From experience, what have you learned to never mess with? The German version of criminal investigation departments, the Kripo. I didn't mess with them, but I was involved in a severe crime as witness and victim, so I had an involuntary first receipt watching them doing their job. And it was amazing. Such an attention to detail, such a memory, such a mass of knowledge readily at hand. Starting on the blank piece of paper, it took them a little more than a week to arrest a strong suspect who was later on sentenced with appeal denied by now. I remember that when I was 5 years old, I was playing hide and seek with my grandma in her house. Happened, but I remember I was spinning around, and as I was spinning around, I fell over and I hit my eyebrow on the corner of the cabinet, which cut my eyebrow open and I was rushed to the hospital. I never spin around again. Job jumping. Being unemployed is the worst thing a person in the Western world can be aside from having cancer. Our jobs offer us friendships, being social and having a purpose. I will never ever quit a job without having a new one no matter how shitty it is. If you aren't back in a few months it can be a death sentence. Never mess with someone's sense of identity or self-worth. Criticism or ridicule can have lasting effects on a person's confidence and mental well-being. It's important to treat others with kindness and respect, regardless of differences. Police. Know your rights and don't say anything without a lawyer. Don't mess with cops. Especially here in the US, they seem more willing and able to treat you as target practice because of perceived danger or disrespect. Water, rivers, current. I'm a fairly good swimmer, and I wanted to swim in a river where the current seemed really tame. Oh, was I wrong? Just small moving body of water dragged my poor body like a leaf in the wind. Large groups of uneducated people. I'm serious. I grew up in a pretty hick region in Eastern Europe. You have no idea how quickly can things go really bad if enough idiots are visited by the good idea fairy. It's best to never mess with people's emotions or personal boundaries. Pushing someone's emotional buttons or violating their boundaries can lead to significant harm and damage to relationships. Ambien was given some when I was 13. Instead of putting me to sleep, it made me high AF. Spent the night hitting on a much older woman in our guild World of Warcraft. An open wound, doesn't matter how small it is. Keep it clean and keep it protected. Had a tiny scratch on my toe once that caused lymphangitis of my leg. Old school hardcore football supporters. They beat the shit out of each other every weekend and don't mind punching you for just looking their way. Your health. Seriously. It may not be something that will affect you immediately, but you're betting on borrowed time. Take care of your health. Bees, wasps and snakes. I grew up in rural North Carolina. I'm telling you right now, you learn to respect these critters early on, trust me. Ugly people and crazy people. If either of them run up on me in an aggressive manner, I get the fuck out of there. They got nothing to lose. Big dudes, you just don't fuck with big dudes. I'm not talking about just tall big dudes, but any dude who is also significantly wide. Water. I would be dead today if my grandfather didn't save me in 2012 from when I almost drowned in a deep swimming pool. Brushing your teeth. I didn't do it as I should have, let me tell you. Dentures are all they're cracked up to be. New mothers of any species. That protective instinct might just wind up with your organs having a bad time. Table saws. Only one of the ways it can go, just hands or war amps. I'm OKBTW ... all just hands here. The Hells Angels. You don't want to mess with them. The Special Forces, the SEALs, the Rangers. Alcohol, cigarettes, drugs and gambling. First-hand experience watching my idiot father's addictions. Ways. Too often I looked at a Waze route and went, that's stupid. In going this way later, doing edibles and alcohol at the same time. Worst night of my life. Never felt more sick. Wasp and bees. I will cross the street if I see a wasp on the side of the street I'm on. Rip currents. I got caught in one once and was pulled out by a fellow swimmer. Electrics and plumbing. Can DIY a lot of stuff but not that. Airline gate agents. They can make or break your day. I have learned nothing. Sticks hand back into fire. Women with a sob story about abuse who need help.